Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to share with you an absolute travesty, an absolute crime against the spirit of Advance Wars, because I played like an absolute idiot the whole game. I mean, the entire game. It was so bad. But luckily for me, Eagle has an auto win button, and I was able to click the auto win button before my opponent, and that's the only reason I won this game. So let's just get right into it, shall we? Let's just count the mistakes. Um, it's pretty hard to make big mistakes at turn 3, but you know, if there's anyone who's going to do that, it's probably going to be me. So he builds a tank, and I'm not sure if like my capture order here is correct. I didn't really study this map before I played this match, so I probably should have done that. So I'm not sure if my capture order there is correct, but I respond to his tank by not building anything. No tanks of my own. Just A plus strategery right there. I mean, that is just, just why respond to a tank when you could just ignore it? That's some 4D chess right there. And then I'm also going for the comm tower before any cities, because that's the opposite of what you should be doing. Just average noob moment, just prioritize comm towers. Okay. But now I have 2 tanks, so we're making progress. Making progress. So basically how this map works, I've played like 3 or 4 matches on it. And this is my strong side because I have these 2 factories. The airport's kind of in the middle. This is my weak side. So I'm going to attack over here on the right, and he's going to attack over here on the left. And so like this line of cities right here is like what's contested. And like the kind of the comm tower is a little bit contested too, but it usually falls like after the attack's already broken through. So it's usually like you get these and then you move on to the comm tower. You get these, move on to the comm tower. So just share with that how the map kind of plays out, so you can see me lose every single contested city, which is what I'm gonna do. And then you know, okay, so I get a free shot right there because he decided to shift his tank over here to attack his strong side. Not a bad play in my opinion. And I decided to totally ignore this port, because who needs that? I'm Eagle, right? Eagle gets weakened naval units. Who needs a port? Who needs the extra 1,000 funds of income every turn? Not me, that's for sure. Um, okay. So now he's going to cap pretty much every single contested city. Every single one. This one, I don't know who specifically it actually is. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I think that's a little closer to me. So it's like technically like my city, but I'm just gonna let him walk on it because that's what we do here. Build a black boat so I can move my infantry over here and capture these 2 things. And I am starting these 2 cities, but they're not going to go through because he can easily interrupt them. And meanwhile, he's just going to get every single contested city, every single one. He goes in for a couple of attacks, gets the interrupts he's looking for, and now he's up 4K in income. 4K. So already I'm already down, already losing, just bungled the opening yet again. And it's not going to get better. It's not going to get better. Still not going after this port. Who needs that? I do manage to get some nice little counterattacks over here and still start this city with this guy. And still try to push. So my plan is I'm going to fight over here as much as possible because it's my strong side. And just try to beat his attack over here. And just try to play defense on the weak side. So this tank actually can't get to the artillery to shoot it because these woods in the way. So I can put the artillery on the city. He kills that guy, so it's going to be a while before I can get that city. But he is letting me have this one. So I'll narrow the gap just a little bit. And then he's going to start threatening the HQ. I think that was a low roll, though. Leaves my guy down to a 1. So I have to protect the HQ. So I'm going to move over here and try to protect the HQ. Just going to concede that. Because who needs cities and who needs harbors, you know? Oh, I kill a guy. Woohoo! Look at me go. I'm so good at this game. I don't even need harbors. Um, so now I put a tank here just so he can't put his tank there, and if he shoots into it, then I can like revenge kill his tank. 'Cause he like this tank could back up, but it'll be like three tanks to three tanks, and he's shooting me on a city, and I can easily just win that engagement, if that makes sense. Like his tank goes over here, shoots me, and then these two tanks, or this tank and like this tank that's still in the city can finish it off, and then um, that's just a dead tank. And his other tank, like if he just keeps fighting right there, it's gonna benefit me. Because then he'll have it's like 2.5 tanks to two tanks basically. Um, so he backs off a little bit. I build a medium tank. So I'm gonna show him that I mean business with the big juicy medium tank, and now he's gonna push over here on the HQ. So these artilleries are gonna come in to try to protect this city that he's gonna get, protect this city. Um, and he kind of like shifts back like an amoeba. He's being flexible, like a contortionist. He's gonna decide which side he wants to go on based on my defenses, because my defenses are pretty thin here. Um, I start this city and I slowly push up, and my idea is I just have to keep pushing. But look at this. He built a Neo tank last turn, so my push is going to be hindered a lot now because this big Neo tank, and he's still up 3K in income, and I'm still not getting this harbor because who needs that? Um, it's just so stupid. Just count the mistakes. I put this 4 here to just needlessly die because he can easily just take a shot and kill it. It's not even blocking. That's like a useless block. I just left this 4 on the front lines. This is like that guy that King David slept with his wife, and King David's like, all right, just put the guy on the front line so he dies. That's this 4 right here. I just left him to die. It's the easiest pickup in the world, and it's not really a block. He can still get a nice little attack here. I don't necessarily. Well, I think he can attack into this. The Neo tank can come up here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, his Neo tank can kind of attack it. Can kind of cover that as long as he doesn't go too deep. Yeah, so it'll be right here. Yeah, his Neo tank has good pressure there, so I think he can fight this. But he decides not to. He just picks up that 4. Now he's gonna go in for this city, and I decided to protect the HQ. So I got the artillery here pointed at the HQ, got the tanks covering it, and I have these 2 tanks on this side, trying to be flexible as I can. My defense is really thin. He's gonna guard these cities, and he's setting his sights on this city next, and there's not really a whole lot I can do about it. Just average Kessler gameplay right here. I'm down 5K. That gap's only getting bigger. Load my guys into the black boat, hop out. And now I shift the artillery to this city, so I'm going to cover the HQ from here. Um, and this just makes my artillery a lot less flexible, but it does kind of protect it a little bit. So the HQ and artillery are both protected pretty well, actually. Um, and if he wants to go in, he can really only go in with these 3, right? These artilleries aren't going to be able to make it in time to cover anything. This medium tank's not going to be able to cover anything. So I just have to give up this city, basically. I do kill this too, so I got that going for me, which is nice. And then I have the Great Wall of China over here, just getting ready for a push, but he's pushing harder. Now he's going to flip this city. Yeah, you thought it wasn't gotten this income difference wasn't going to get any worse, but it will. Now he's going to get this city. Neo Tank just immediately bops that guy. Tank just bops that guy, and this is really hard for me to push into. So I just sacrificed a bunch of guys. My Great Wall of China's falling. He's pushing in with his artillery covering the city. I can't really attack into this, but I think I do. I think I do attack into this because I'm being a silly head. I have my own Neo tank here to counter his medium tank and kind of defend a little bit. Move my artillery right here to cover the city, so you just can't like sit guys on it like this tank anymore. And yeah, I do interrupt this. It'll cost me like 3 infantry, but I do it. 3 infantry to interrupt this. I don't know if that's worth it because I'm bad at this game. But it's what I did, and I'm sticking to it, right? It's probably another mistake just based on my track record of this game. Still haven't gotten the harbor. Did you forget about that? Um, Okay, so now he's up 4K because he got this one. He's starting continuing the cap here. Join caps, bam, dead infantry, bam, bam, bam. Sacrifice my infantry to delay that for 1 turn. Takes a shot here, takes a shot here, and he decides to really go in on this HQ. Puts a tank to take this shot and stay on. The HQ is 4 defense. That's as good as a mountain. Um, so it's gonna be really hard for me to actually like bully him off of this. Um, and also, like having the tank on it, it prevents me from putting units on it, so he can move the tank off next turn and put an infantry on it to start capping it. Obviously, like he's got to worry about this artillery, but now the Neo tank comes over to help out with the attack. This Neo tank is like, all right, Kessler doesn't have anything going on over here because he's just being stupid. So I'm just gonna move over here and help out with the HQ and just end this thing, just put him out of his misery. Um, and this tank also kind of shifts over, so now he's just balls to the walls in this HQ. Um, and what can I do? Well, I'm able to take a nice couple shots on that tank, and because the 2 comm towers, I'm able to kill the tank on the HQ. Put this tank on the HQ, take a shot at that guy. Of course, this Neo tank's going to come down and bop it, but I get a nice little Neo tank shot on this infantry. You know, definitely a crucial pickup. And look at this, right in artillery range, like a complete doofus. I mean, you could not have picked a worse spot for this Neo tank. you know, maybe maybe here would have been worse because it would have been. Oh, it's not even in medium tank range. I don't know. I don't know where what could have been worse. Maybe this bridge where it's in 2 artillery ranges. That's the only worst place I could have put this Neo tank. So I basically like let this. I basically killed this infantry over here and just let myself get blasted by the artillery. That's just pure genius. 4D chess right there. Um, we're gonna transport these infantry over here. I didn't move it over here because let's go back to the black boat. Because if I move over here, the tank blocks one of the loading zones, and if I move it down here, then the reef blocks the other loading zone. So I can only unload 1 infantry, so I put it over here to unload both. Kind of regroup down here a little bit, just have to give up that, so I sacrifice 3 infantry to delay that for 1 turn. And now I'm going to start this attack, though. I got to make sure my attack's better than his attack. If he's going to shift all these guys over here, I have to counterattack. It's like in chess, they make a flank attack, and you counterattack in the center. Although this is the reverse, because he's attacking in the center and on this flank, and I'm attacking on the other flank. So I do take a shot there. Artillery's pointed right at the comm tower, and let's see what he's got. My artilleries really aren't defending each other though, because this thing's not really covering anything. Okay. So he takes that nice little artillery shot, gets it down to a 5. Just pure genius by me, leaving that Neo tank right there to get blasted. That tank comes in, does 2 damage. Neo tank, bop, 7 damage. Medium tank can't quite get there. He's got a mech. The black boat transported the mech up. He's taking some shots over here. Kills that guy. This tank, instead of attacking over here, it decides to shift back over here and help out over here. So now he's like pincer striking me, right? This is like the Battle of the Bulge. He's like about to blitzkrieg from the side and from the top on those little massive units right here. And if I lose this massive units, I basically lose. But instead of actually doing that, he retreats. He's baiting me in. He's going to be crouching tiger, hidden dragon over here. And he's just like trying to lure me in. And of course, my monkey brain is going to say, yeah, of course. So he surrounds the Neo tank, so it's going to get blasted next turn by the artillery because I drove it right in artillery range. Just absolutely brilliant. I do manage to pick up this tank, so that allows my Neo tank to get out, and I just put it on the HQ to get healed up, and his Neo tank's going to have to attack it. Take a shot, move the artillery and tank there to block it. So he either like has to kill if he kills a Neo tank, I can easily get a nice little revenge shot in. Although I think he can use this medium tank maybe. Like Neo tank one shots this tank and then medium tank. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Medium tank maybe one shots that. Neo tank hits the artillery, and then he's just cooking with gas. But I do have this bomber, so the bomber's also kind of helping out. Bombers are the best. Bombers and fighters are my favorite units, and they're the best units in the game. Changed my mind. But now I have to go in. I'm not letting this pincer strike happen. I have to go in. So this medium tank is trying to counter these three tanks. Uh, Someone posted something in the Discord that was like, every three tanks you should consider buying a medium tank. So I was like, maybe that totally means that one medium tank counters three tanks. It doesn't. I'm just joking. But um, I did remember reading that in the Discord. So, okay. He does some blasting. Bam. Neo tank takes out an infantry and he puts himself in artillery range. So he's a man of chivalry and he's like, all right, you wasted a Neo tank blasting an infantry. I'm gonna do the same thing for you. So thank you, sir. Um, and he finishes off this Neo tank with this tank. He takes some more shots over here and he goes in, stopping the comm tower. Neo tank goes back to the woods. This Neo tank goes to the city, and he's again just trying to fight over here. And this tank pops up, bam, nice one shot there on the tank on the bridge. This tank goes up to like kind of tank chain, and then the fighter to counter the bomber. Fighters are the best. The sprites look super cool. They move 9 spaces, and they one shot like every single air unit. That's not another fighter or like a stealth fighter. And maybe they don't one shot black bombs, but black bombs are banned. So fighters are amazing. All right. Well, I say, okay, thank you for the Neo Tank and artillery range. I'll just knock that down and look at this. Insta win button is almost fully charged, and now the bomber one-shots the medium tank, and now I have it. Both of us have it, but it's my turn, which means I get to click the button first. So I move, I one-shot this, and I kill this infantry, so I can move this artillery range. Now I got these two artilleries pointed at that Neo tank, so it's going to die. Take a couple shots. Artillery shot on that guy. Move a couple guys up over here. Move the black boat. And this is just another silly mistake that just did not need to happen in any circumstance. I move the black boat from the shallow water into the deep water where I can't unload my guy or load this guy onto it. And he just runs around the bridge like an idiot, because I put the black boat in a place I can't unload infantry or load infantry into it, because you can only load infantry into harbors, which, by the way, I still haven't captured, or shallow water like this. That's the only place you can load infantry into landers and black boats, or any unit into like a lander. But black boats can only take foot soldiers. But anyway, just another silly, needless mistake that did not need to happen. I'm actually so boosted at this game. I don't deserve my rating. The lowest you can get is 700, but they need to knock that down to 600 just for me. I mean, this is just just awful gameplay. I take a couple more shots. Bam, nice little 5-7 there. 5-7 is not like the best, but now I have lightning strike time. I click the auto win button and let's see what happens. First artillery knocks that Neo tank down to 6. Second one knocks it down to 1. Now I finish off this tank. This tank retreats to get repaired. This artillery finishes off the Neo tank. This bomber, dead Neo tank. This tank comes in, knocks that guy down to a 1. This tank comes in, kills that guy. I can't get blasted by the mech. It's out of mech range, which is nice. We take some shots over here. I mean, I'm going to get blasted by the artillery, but I'm trading tanks, so it's not a big deal. Got another tank to back up. Okay, what do I do over here? Kill that guy, take a couple shots there. I just accept the fact that I have to fight over here before I can actually get the comm tower. I get a pickup right there. Artillery moves in to help out. Medium tank moves in. Tank moves in. I finally move this guy into from the idiot spot onto this harbor so I can finally start capturing it at day 17, a full like 12 turns after I should have taken it. I mean, this is just so bad, and I'm still down 5K in income. If I capture the harbor, it's 4K because he has like every contested city except this one, and this one. And he, instead of clicking his auto win button, he clicks the resign button. So let's take a quick gander at the stats. I had 23 kills and 11 deaths. Mostly those 2 Neo tank kills and the medium tank kill were huge in the last turn there. I got 5 more tank kills than deaths, and 5 more infantry kills than deaths. So pretty nice, but a lot of that was because of my auto win button. And he's got it too. So I was kind of looking at what can he do with it. Like this Neo tank here can like one shot this artillery and then like it has to go here, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, if it goes here to one shot the artillery, and then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can get a nice shot on that medium tank there, and it's out of this artillery's range. Um, this tank can also shoot this artillery, although this medium tank can come up, so it could shoot the artillery then retreat. This neo tank can go back over here, where it can't be attacked and get healed up. The fighter, it's going to take both of its turns to hit the bomber, but it will one-shot the bomber. This artillery can shoot that tank. This artillery can get in position with one turn, click the auto win button, and then blast one of those tanks. But he doesn't really have a whole lot in the way of counterattack at this point. He could just clean up some stuff because I did a huge damage to his army. And that's the game. So that just goes to show you that I don't deserve my rating. I didn't deserve this win. This was a completely awful game by me. But luckily, Eagle has an auto win button. And I just made so many just silly mistakes this game. And I deserve to be rated 600, the first 600 ELO player on Advanced Wars by Web. That's my achievement. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.